Hello and welcome to the highlights from day 3 of the first test match between Zimbabwe and New Zealand at Bulawayo. After bowling out the home side for just 164, the Kiwis had posted 315 for 4 at the end of day 2. Let's now find out if the Kiwis continue their domination on day 3. It's over to your commentators Neil Manthorpe and Jeremy Coney.
There's a boundary, first one of the day.
But he won't.
Fine little edge. Chinuya getting the wicket, just pushing towards the line of the ball. And Chari picks up another catch. Just outside. I've just held its line a little bit, taking the outside edge, just carrying through. Another quick bowler gets a wicket on what's a spinner's surface. And so Sodhi departs for 11. Couple of fours for him there, and New Zealand 323 for 5. There's the favourite cut. You can't offer that to Watling.
Four runs. Too short, sits up, lack of pace. Easy for Ross Taylor.
Emphatic stroke, wasn't it? He plays so well square with the horizontal bat shots, whether it's this side, the leg side, or his cuts, his favourite shot.
Cut shot. Too short for Michael Chinuya, and that is bread and butter for Ross Taylor. Tries the bouncer. Yes, he's thinking about it. Mike Chinuya is making things happen. Comes off the glove and confirmation that it goes for 4. Yes, he induces an error, top edge, it runs away for 4. Definitely trying to get things happening out of Zimbabwe. Cut shot. And that takes Ross Taylor to 50, 25th 50 in Test cricket. Really good player. Been around for a while. There's confirmation from the change room. A few applause, but generally likes to go on and get 3 figures. This is just confirmation how he's gone there. He's back of a length. He's played his favourite shot, the cut shot. Square of the wicket, yes. Applause. It's going to be tough if you're going to bowl there. And the game will move quickly if you continue to bowl short, because it's sitting up and BJ Watling obliges. Doesn't even move, doesn't even attempt to run because he's picked the gap. Mike Chinuya is a bit short, and it's a fantastic cut shot. Right over the top of the ball. No one really moves in the field except for the man to go and pick it up at the wedges.
Squeezed away. Creamer shouldn't mind that. It's close to the off stump. If Taylor had read the leg break, that's fine. That's one thing. But It's taking a risk. If he wasn't sure if that was the googly and that had suddenly turned into him, he would have been in trouble. Beautiful shot. Little check drive. Made sure that he didn't get there too early. Wasn't going to hit that one in the air. Brings up the 50 partnership. You watch the way Watling plays it late. Knew it was drivable length immediately. But, just held back fractionally on the drive and then followed through at the point of impact.
Pull shot. The man in the deep doesn't see it, and it runs into the boundary for 4. It is short, it sits up. We know that if you miss your length by 2 or 3 feet here, it does sit up nicely. Man in danger there, it's square leg, and so is the umpire. Ooh, that one keeps a bit low, but still gets some bat on it. I come back to the Zimbabwean team. They need to just, and in the field, yes, they're trying to pick up wickets, but in the back of their mind, they need to have the idea of how they're going to go about their batting, their innings. At some point, they will bat. It's not about getting ahead of yourselves, but it's also about looking at the conditions and seeing what is out there, and when it's time to bat, how they're going to approach it, and also how these two batters and the batters that have gone about scoring runs.
And trust me, it is one of the things that they all thinking about, how they're going to go on about it. And for me, they just didn't give themselves a fair chance to put up a decent total.
Graham Creamer's eclipsed the most overs bowled by a Zimbabwean captain in an innings, going into his 43rd. Streak was 37 on 2 occasions, and then 35. And Streak being Heath Streak, fast bowler. Goodness, 37 overs on 2 occasions. Lots and lots of overs as a fast bowler. Those are his figures. Into his 44th over, 4 maidens, 1 for 42. Nicely hit down the ground, and another boundary. Full delivery.
Yeah, he's come back over there, and Watling is going pretty well. Got that on the full from Creams, and it was the wrong one as well. And that boundary takes him to 46. Yeah, good length to finish off the over there. 130 overs gone, 418 for 5.
He's just gone quietly to 46 as BJ Watling. Short. And that'll go for 4. That is 50 for BJ Watling. A wicketkeeper batsman, his 12th Test 50. And with that boundary as well, another 100 partnership between Ross Taylor and BJ Watling. That's him off 84 balls. 6 boundaries. That's the end of the over. It's 423 for 5. And the first session of day 3 looks at, and they're going to go for lunch. Just confirmation of the batting card. It's a decent one. 105 Tom Latham, he stands out with 91 from Kane Williamson, but the men in 87 Ross Taylor and 50 BJ Watling. It's been hard work. The overs have been shared, and majority of them have gone to Graham Creamer. He's the one that's caused most of the issues. One for 146 and 44 overs. A wicket apiece for Chinawuya, Teripano, Chibaba, and Masakadza. That's the match summary. 164 was Zimbabwe. They were bowled out. And New Zealand right now bossing the game at 423 for 5. They lead by 259 runs.
One of the world's best modern batsmen, and confirmation of it there. Don't worry too much about the T20 career average. He often bats down in the middle order, finishing off innings. You're not going to average 35 or 40 doing that job. Lovely shot, gave himself some room. Saw that there was a bit of width anyway on offer from Secunda Raza, and then doubled it by taking a step back, gave himself room to play. One of his most effective scoring shots. Actually wasn't that wide, it was just a little too short.
There it is. Ross Taylor, that's his 100th. Wow, that's a very well batted.
13th Test 100 for Ross Taylor, coming from 191 balls with his 11th four. 14th, I beg your pardon, 14th Test 100. Second against Zimbabwe. It's been full of patience and quality. Top shot selection, very good square of the wicket, but pleasing cover drives when the opportunities presented themselves. Delightful square drive. 191 balls, 11 fours.
He's got to 50 quicker than anyone, I think, of the New Zealanders. 50 from 84 he was. Well, that now takes him to 66. His 8th boundary. He's always looking to be busy.
Watling has played a remarkable role in this partnership, and something that has thrived within the New Zealand innings is the fact that they've managed to build partnerships from the first wicket right up to the current partnership that is there, which is sitting on 137 of 228 balls.
Chibaba bowls around about 120 k's, not quick, but he's been able to just find a little bit of movement from this surface, which is drying out, of course, in this weather. It was quite dry when it began, actually. The test match began on a Thursday, but it was last watered the Monday prior. So it was quite dry when it began. And that's why we're seeing the spinners now getting a little bit of turn. And I just wonder, the bowler like Chibaba and some of the other seamers as well, if they're not getting any movement before it pitches, maybe there's a chance that they can run the fingers over the ball, as Broad and Anderson did when they were in the UAE on dry pitches there, where it actually gets to grip. So cutters, rather than just trying to seam the ball. You've got to find a way. No, you can't go there though. That's the 9th boundary. Well, 11 from the over. New Zealand lead by 301. Match summary, there's a look of solidity about that New Zealand innings, almost 3 centuries. Watling coming up, still not out at this stage. So a lot of work left for Zimbabwe bowling. Secundaraza's going to continue, airport end. This time coming over the wicket, which is a better move. Looking to pitch outside the off-stump. Into a little bit of rough created by Wagner and Bolt. So there's just dragging it down a bit short occasionally from Zimbabwe. New Zealand have not resisted the temptation to go for these cut shots. Both these players like it. You get a good look at it. And having got long on back now, New Zealand, when they're facing Raza, can just push for singles every time the ball is foolish to get close to it and take a run.
That's about the area Raza wants to bowl in. Nothing too full and nothing too wide of off stump, because if you look at the field setting, if you look at the field setting that the captain has set for Secundaraza, he's got 6 men on the leg side and 3 men on the off side. So cramping his batsman is exactly what he wants to do, starving him of runs, not bowling anything too full, but maybe slightly short of a length where he just knocks it to a field and doesn't get that single easily. Dot ball on the last ball. New Zealand are 466 for 5.
Oh, that one nearly slips through. Going back to cut to a full delivery that's come back off the seam. He's looked good, BJ Watling. It's a very simple technique. He does not too extravagant. He knows his areas to score, and if they aren't quite there, he's trying to rotate the strike or absorb the pressure. And that's what you need from your wicketkeeper. Generally, the wicketkeepers are the more attacking ones in the side.
Yeah, that's what test batting is all about, isn't it? It's testing your ability to stay within your game plan and your skill set, and that get outside your skill set.
Oh, it's hard for the keeper, isn't it? Buys, 4 of them. Stand-in keeper Brian Chari, he's done a job with the gloves, but he's been out there now, he's fielded with the gloves for 137 overs. It's not his speciality, it's not his skill set. And so it's tough when the legs get a bit tired after not being used to doing this particular work. On that occasion is very hard. Actually, we're just giving the keeper a lot of work.
I really do feel for Brian Chari. He's, like you say, opening batsman, and he's been fielding for virtually 2 days.
Sophia, we've spoken about him and the short ball. BJ Watling, he obliges. There's perhaps an opportunity to put a man back there for Graham Creamer in Zimbabwe. He hasn't let this ball go without dispatching it to the boundary. The short man, that's his strength. All day long, he'll put you away.
Couple of drinks. There is wonderful ambience. Every stadium, I think, every cricket stadium should have some grass to do that sort of thing. Why would you want a little man like that be sitting in a plastic seat all day? He needs to get out, feel the grass between his toes. They've all got shoes on now, though. A couple of weeks' time, when summer kicks in properly, they'll be barefoot. Gosh, that's tired. That's a tired delivery.
Tired dive too behind the stumps there. Yeah, you talk about the young kids. Talk about the young kids. Why would they want to be? Have a look at that. I remember when I was young as well, coming to watch game at that age, I don't remember myself sitting down and concentrating on the game. It was more of a time to get away from home and enjoy their views, enjoy talking to people, seeing different people around. It's just a beautiful atmosphere at the same time.
It's true, Vusi, that you fall in love with the game a long time before you know anything about it.
Donald Tiripana getting excited there. Fair shot. Yeah, pitched in line, but sliding down leg just a touch. It may have been clipping leg stump, but there's enough doubt there for the umpire not to give it out.
Little nudgy deflection from Ross Taylor. He had something of that sort in mind, didn't he? But it was a bit edgy. See what I mean? He was just trying to sort of a bit wider than that.
I think that's a genuine edge. Yeah, it is. Even though it looked like there is the intent of actually placing it behind there.
Yeah, I think that's what I was leaning towards, that it was an edge, but there was some sort of intent. Trying to play it off the face.
Talk about the basics, full face. Not quite rightly so there. Parents enjoying the game.
Lead of 348 at 5:12 for 5. The captain has bowled very nearly twice as many overs as any other member of the attack. Only Mike Chinoya has bowled a couple over half of what Creamer has. If ever you to see a bowling captain leading from the front and shouldering the burden of responsibility, it's him.
For more there behind square for Watling, and that takes him to 87. Neil, you talk about, oh there we go, slightly wide, and BJ Watling is in a good nick at the moment, and he's in no trouble putting that away. Oh, what a shot. Ross Taylor putting that away comfortably. Yeah, look at that. Yeah, not an ideal delivery there from Tiripano.
He's really banged it in, hasn't he? And he still didn't get it up above shoulder height. Actually, it's probably chest height. He's still got a few years left. That was just poor, tired delivery from Graham Creamer. He's really putting himself through it now. He's not asking his teammates, his bowlers, to do anything that he's not prepared to do himself, and he's into his 51st over. Understandable that he should bowl the odd short one. 150 for Ross Taylor. It was his 16th four. Wonderful, ruthless, efficient, commanding innings from the former captain. It's another short one. It's another pull, and it's another 4.
Yeah, another short ball from Creamer, and same result. It's quite pleasing that 150 Ross Taylor. And believe you me, he's going so good, and he's just going to be piling up those runs.
Awful lot can happen in this game, and you should never get too far ahead of yourself. Never, ever take anything for granted. But given blessings of form and fitness, there he is. It's hard not to see Kane Williamson reaching 10,000 runs plus.
No, 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 no!
I mean, the whole shape of the international game might change so profoundly in the next 3 or 4 years. He might not play enough Test cricket to get to 10,000 runs. We hope that doesn't happen. I personally don't believe it will happen, but Kane Williamson well on his way to 10,000 runs, you would think. Might wake up one morning at the age of 28 and say he's had enough. Call it a day.
A lot of strange things have happened in life. You never know. You never know.
Right, trying hard to prevent commentators' curse. That's why we haven't been talking about BJ Watling too much. But I'm afraid the time has come. I need to point out that he is on 95. Good pace as well. That's as quick as anyone has scored. Actually, it's quicker than anyone else has scored.
Yeah, he's going pretty well, isn't he? We were talking about commentators' curse yesterday, and I remember saying, I don't believe in that.
Did you hear me this morning when Ish Sodhi was on strike, and I said this is a golden opportunity for him, a real chance for him to cash in? He was out next ball.
Now, to be quite fair with you, I think it was a good ball, wasn't it? And they also allowed to ball good balls.
Yes, it was, but the good ball comes as a result of commentators' curse. That's what happens.
Still not buying into that one, Neil.
He's definitely got a little bit of reverse swing going as Donald Tirapana, but it didn't help. And that is tea. Those bails will soon be on the turf. There they go. It's umpire Michael Goff. No, that's Paul Rifle. And New Zealand are leading by a massive 379 with a total of 543 for 5 on the board. That was the most productive session that we've had in the Test match. 120 runs between lunch and tea. Previous best was 112 we had in the final session yesterday. Graham Creamer has worked incredibly hard. 51 overs, 1 for 175. They'll be hoping, the Zimbabweans, that their captain will be able to recover in time before the second Test match, and that he will benefit as a result of all this work that he's done now.
Yeah, without a doubt, and I'm actually quite impressed with the men on the screen there. Brian Cherry's done pretty well behind the stumps. Rather unfortunate that Zimbabwe, they've lost 2 of their players, and the one big question is, will New Zealand give Zimbabwe a chance to come back and bat?
Well, there you go. Zimbabwe 164 all out. New Zealand in reply, well in command. They've been in command by the close yesterday, and they've only extended that domination. 543 for 5, the lead by 379.
Lovely stroke to start the last session. Piercing the offside.
Ross Taylor in superb form and just showing it after rehydrating himself with the drinks break, piercing the offside with a full ball from Raza.
Well, the wickets are heading downwards, aren't they? 10 on the first day, and then we're down to 1 at the moment on today's play. Run rate's going up. And all eyes on this man at the moment. 99 not out. And Creamer. There it is. Just a little top edge, but it'll do down to towards fine leg. Watling will take 2 and come back for 3, completing his 6th Test 100. Very well played, BJ Watling. Born in Durban, went to New Zealand when he was 10 years old, and he's really been an important cog in the way that New Zealand have played over the past few years. Very busy little player, and he's played extremely well here. He's got 102 now from 169 balls at a strike rate of 60 on a wicket that has been quite difficult to score from.
A well-deserved 100 from Watling.
Short, and Taylor just loves it there. Thank you.
With that short ball, Taylor moves on to 171. You just take your eyes off the scoreboard for a little bit, and then Ross Taylor just shoots up. He's been quietly picking up his 50, quietly picked up his 100, got to 150 in no time. Now he's sitting on 172.
Yeah, difficult stumping chance. So buys. And Taylor just losing his balance. Difficult one though, that was dropping for the keeper. Doesn't quite get across. Doesn't get the feet moving. He needs to be getting across. Yeah, just there too late. He's gone for it again. It's in the air, is it? And taken. And that'll be it. That'll be the declaration, will it? Yes. Watling running off to get ready. Taylor, of course, now not out. 173. Watling goes for 107. And New Zealand have decided to call that a day. Really good partnership between Watling and Taylor. There he is, Taylor. That's Creamer there. Taylor 173, not out. 19 fours. Strike rate of over 50. 299 balls for him. Soon as he got to 100, Watling started to play some shots, loosened up, was dragged down. He tried to fetch it around from offside. Muzarabani, who's the man down there at backward square. So he's the catcher.
A bit of joy from Raza. Managed to get that wicket at the end of just before, at the brink of New Zealand wanting to declare. You'd feel that Watling just wanted to get in maybe a few big hits before the captain Williamson called them off the pitch. But New Zealand sitting on 576. This is their batting card. Guptill having started it up with Latham. While we move on to the bowlers, Zimbabwe. We've got the wickets column kind of looking like binary code. One apiece for 5 bowlers. Sorry, unfortunate for 6 bowlers. Raza taking that last one just at the end of the New Zealand innings. And this is the match summary. New Zealand leading comfortably with 412 runs. That's a lot that Zimbabweans have to look at. They're coming in after a long time, 6 sessions, and they've got a lot of batting to do.
And again, this time it'll yield 4 runs. Hamilton Masakadza, he's all over that. Tim Southey looking for that swing, but too full on this occasion. Excellent footwork and a nice placement through the offside. Picks up a boundary. Goes a little shorter on this occasion. Does Tim Southey realize that perhaps searching for the swing? Probably searching for a little bit of swing and maybe just floating the ball up there, and doesn't quite get the desired effect of trying to hit the pitch a bit harder. Zimbabwean batsmen are up for it after being in the field for so long. The foot movement is good. Not on this occasion. He finds the outside edge and it's Hamilton Masakadza. He's gone. He's dangled it out there, Tim Southey. He went for 3, 4. Went back of a length and he found his length and he's got the outside edge and a neat catch. Here's just confirmation. Look at that. Nice away shape. Ross Taylor, safe hands.
So Hamilton Masakadza gone for 4, Zimbabwe 7 for 1.
Put away, back of a length. That is his meat and drink. Here's Chari. He likes to play square of the wicket. It is back of a length and it's cut away. There's no protection out there and it goes for 4. Got him! Off stump is gone. Trent Bolt, that is also his bread and butter. Gets the ball coming late into the right-hander in swing. On the front foot and he's gone. Brian Chari. Zimbabwe in all sorts of trouble now.
That's a trademark delivery for Bolt. Just swings back. Brian Chari not good enough to keep that out. So Brian Chari is gone for 5 and the Zimbabwe are 12 for 2.
Short. Trent Bolt, and this would run away for 4. Chamuchibaba. It's an excellent shot. Weight on the back foot.
One of his favorite shots. He loves driving off the back foot. Chamuchibaba waits for that and Hurler hits that very close to the body.
Got him! Another one! It's 3 down, Zimbabwe. For 17, Chamuchibaba has to go. Excellent delivery. This time it goes across him. Showing his quality is Trent Bolt. It's a fantastic ball. And that brings the innings to an end for Chamuchibaba. He's gone for 7. The score is 17 for 3. Shot for LBW and given! Trent Bolt is on a hat-trick. Everybody is in shock, but Trent Bolt is on fire from the airport end. He picks up his 3rd wicket. It's a full-length delivery, looking away for a little bit of way shape. He's gone down the line of middle stump and that looks pretty adjacent.
So Prince is gone without troubling the scorers for 0, and Zimbabwe are 17 for 4.
Short. There isn't any protection out there. The man's coming around Trent Bolt, but it'll go for 4. Second boundary of the over. It's short, and it's well put away by Craig Irvin. Not afraid to play shots.
He's a great puller, Craig Irvin. He doesn't pull very early in his innings, but yeah, it looked like it was cramped for space, but still managed to get enough on it to get it to the boundary.
Certainly going to take on the short ball. I mean, that's positive in itself. He doesn't want to be dictated to.
Oh, that's a great shot from Craig Irvin. Straight in his legs, bread and butter for him, really bread and butter for any left-hander.
Thick edge. Only 2 slips in. 50 partnership here between Raza and Irvin. Wasn't too far away. He's evidently going to persist with what comes naturally to him. And yes, it doesn't seem entirely appropriate. Having said that, you know, if he starts to spread the field, I mean, the runs are inconsequential. It doesn't matter how many he scores tonight. It doesn't really matter how many he scores the whole of tomorrow, really. He's not going to change the course of the game. Oh, it's gone straight up in the air. Keeper's underneath it. Gone. Tom Latham. No difficulty whatsoever. It was always on the cards, I'm afraid. Secunda Raza decided to live by the sword, and now he's perished by it. Into a bit of a tangle, didn't he, Vissy?
Yeah, that's rather disappointing. I mean, it's one thing to be playing all the shots, and he's got the whole day to see off. And far too many shots for my liking here, and Secunda Raza, I would say that he fell into the trap, still trying to control that, and Wagner has the last laugh.
So Raza gone for 37, and Zimbabwe plunge further into the abyss at 86 for 5.
Nudge down the leg side, it's fine, and goes for 4. Graham Creamer's off the mark. That's a full toss. Can someone stop it in the deep? No, they can't. It's well hit by Craig Irvin. It's a scoring opportunity. He's put it away, and it brings up the 100 for Zimbabwe. He's looked pretty good. 39 or 40 balls, 6 boundaries, striking it at 97. Again, just looking to toss it up there. And it just floats over to the left hand, who puts it away. Short again. Acres of space, and another boundary. The Zimbabwe captain picks up 4. A lot slower through the air on that occasion, 78 kilometers per hour. But it's way too short. On this surface, we've seen the shorter you go, the easier it sits up.
Come on.
And he just picks his spot as Graham Creamer.
Come on, buddy. Oh.
That's better. It's kept out. 21 overs done for the day. It's 121 for 5. And so this is how it it has gone here at Queen Sports Club, the City of Kings. Zimbabwe won the toss, elected to bat first. They got 164. Neil Wagner picking up 6 of the 10 wickets. And then Tiripano and Mashaure put on a great partnership of 85 at the back end, 49 and 42 respectively. Then New Zealand 576 for 6 declared. Ross Taylor 173 and Watling 107. And now Zimbabwe 121 for 5. They trail by 291 runs. Irvin on 49 not out.